G'day guys, and today Shorty and I are going to create some havoc, a topical discussion. Is the bump dead? We don't know, but...
It's dead, mate.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think it's dead. Give us your thoughts, but I think it's dead.
Well, it's really, it's a big point at the moment because of Jack Viney and sort of the incident that went on there. I don't think it is dead, but it's very close. I think you've just got to be careful with sort of attacking the ball. Most people that would have watched the footy back in the 90s and early 2000s probably think it's dead.
Yeah.
I didn't quite. I sort of chimed in on the mid-2000s, but that's all right. I got there in the end, better late than never.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think a bit of common sense sometimes definitely helps. With the players going to attack the ball, they really just got to be careful to a degree, but nothing wrong going in hard. But yeah, just sort of avoid the head contact, I think, and that seems to be the main sort of thing at the moment with the match review panel and sort of other governing bodies. I wanted to have a bit of a discussion about Jack Viney and sort of what went on there. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was so glad that he got off because I was watching some highlights of the game before the whole Viney thing unravelled. And, that piece of play was being shown as a great highlight of Viney. And it was, he got the ball, such a great contest, and came out with it, ditched the handball off like it was brilliant. That's what footy's about. He's such a tough player.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I guess he got off for the good of the game, they say. And I think if he went and that decision was upheld, then the bump would certainly be dead. I mean, like you say, it's probably on life support at the moment. It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's getting there.
But, yeah, I'm glad he got off. I mean, it's a simple equation at the moment. I think, if you elect to bump and you get them in the head, you're gone. You're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, pretty much depending on the medical report.
Yeah,
the reason Viney got off is because they deemed he had no other option. I mean, if he didn't brace and protect himself, he might have been in hospital with a broken jaw. You just don't know. I mean, that's footy. It's a 360 game. Accidents do happen.
Yeah.
It wasn't a vicious attack. You don't want to be suspending guys for playing their natural game. But how do you see it? I mean, I don't think players will play any different. But how did you read that? You glad he got off, I'd imagine?
Oh, absolutely. I thought if he's gone, then there would have been a huge uproar, like you might have mentioned. And yeah, for the good of the game, I'm glad they did do it. But I must say, some players just need common sense. There's been a few bumps in the last few days. I mean, you think of players like Roughhead. He could be gone for a few weeks, and that will really hurt the Hawks. They're already down on players. I think Liam Jones got Turlick high as well, and the umpire didn't even give away a free kick for that. I thought, gee, poor bloke, he's just...
Brucey couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I think it looked like he was concussed immediately, just with the way he sort of landed, and just, not too much sign of life for him, unfortunately. And Mark Lacroix got someone high in the against GWS.
Oh, he's gone.
That looked horrible, and he's just come back from an injury, and you just sort of see that and think, what the hell are you thinking, mate? But surely players must know. It was in the news all week, Jack Viney sort of potentially getting suspended. It looked like 2 weeks. You'd think players would be a bit more preventative of that kind of incident happening to themselves. I mean, it's bad enough going out for a few weeks, but think of the damage it does to the team and the structures that they've got, and they just go and do something silly like get someone high. I mean, it's almost like it's just so manic. I don't know why they do it.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I mean, you got guys.
It's also quick. Yeah,
who've played that way for their entire life, like Jack Zeeble. I think it was last year. He come out. I think he got the 4 weeks, and he said, "I'm not going to play any different." And I guess you can't, can you? I mean, it might be like if AFL stick with this, and I'm sure they will, protecting the head-high contact and everything like that. It'll take a gradual time for players to adjust.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, sometimes it is dumb. Like you just can't leave the ground and clean a guy up. Like Lacroix was pretty stupid.
Yeah.
But it is tough to just fight those natural instincts, I guess. You've been playing footy for 15, 20 years, and then interpretation's extremely changed in 2 or 3 weeks, and you've got to throw it all away. But yeah, it'll be tough. I mean, it is for the good of the game. You can't have guys get knocked out and concussed later in the track. But Yeah, it does frustrate me how it's maybe more the weeks that they get is more relevant to the medical report rather than the incident, but
Absolutely.
that's how it is. So yeah.
Yeah, so those are some thoughts from Shorty and myself. Tell us in the comments, is the bump dead? And why? We think opposite, do we?
Yeah,
Maybe a bit of both?
I think it's probably dead. You're probably giving it a slight bit of hope, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely sanitised down a lot from what it used to be, but I can see both sides of it definitely. But yeah, tell us what you think. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and also subscribe, and that's always handy. We'll see you guys soon.